These headphones are a little annoying.
Hello. Is this plugged in?
Check. You can hear me all right?
Is her headphones plugged in?
Yeah.
Can you hear anything?
You just sound so low.
Check. Yeah, it's all a little funky. Just nudge them up just a little in the headphones. Just a little.
Hello. There we go.
Yeah?
Check. Hey, check.
Hello.
It's better for me.
Can you fix
This is
this
weird.
for me?
Yeah.
It's a mess.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
What's that?
It's a piece of Seamus's underwear. It's a piece of Seamus underwear.
That's awesome.
dude's underwear?
Thank you.
It's what he rolls around in the ring with other dudes on. It's his little costume. Like,
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
in the world of sports and cards in general, especially sports cards, like wrestling is a sport. You'll find cards with like a piece of their clothing, like it's a piece of the dude's jersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or, and some you can find a piece of their bat. Like, see, when cards were kind of spiraling into, like, crap and no one was buying cards anymore, it's like, how can we make cards cool again? And so what someone did was they bought one of Babe Ruth's baseball bats, and then they sliced it up into little squares. And then they put little squares in these baseball cards with Babe Ruth, and they started selling Babe Ruth baseball cards with a piece of Babe Ruth's bat.
But that piece is quite large to be able to share it with a whole bunch of people. The t-shirt's not that big, or the jersey's not that big.
Okay, cut it in little
They
tiny
cut that jersey into little squares like this, and then they put. So this is one dude's one jersey, and these guys have like 50 jerseys a year. Like,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that
So,
makes sense. I was thinking it was one jersey.
yeah, it's not. It's just a little. It's just a memento. It's to spice up the card, and like then
I
they put
like it.
autographs on there. The
Yeah.
baseball bat one is really cool, or a glove, a baseball player's glove. You get a
Right.
piece of their glove, and I think, oh, that is actually kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
little piece of leather.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of neat.
yeah. So
No, I like it.
just different things to spruce up the cards to make them more collectible, and because like there and autographs, like so you can get these WWE cards and get like Sasha Banks autograph or Triple H or whoever. I was listening to a little podcast on some wrestling.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
I heard
I'll
Triple
take a
H was
picture.
famous.
Triple H is famous.
He was my favorite wrestler.
Is that right?
Well, the whole Triple X thing that was
The
going on.
DX.
I thought it was Triple H.
The Generation X was in Triple
Yeah.
H, or Triple H was into Generation
Well,
X. sorry.
because China was in it, and
Yeah.
It's too
China
many individual
and
members.
him were going out.
China was the eighth wonder of the world. Yeah, they dated, but then Vince McMahon didn't like it. China was a little jealous. There was a little storyline with Stephanie McMahon, and so they started putting the kibosh on China in general. They started giving her lame stories, and they
Trying to boot her out.
they deliberately started to make her jealous of the situation. It was lame. It was lame. And she was also a little unstable, which didn't help the situation. But part of this is designed to do that. Oh, she's unstable. Well, we'll see how that does for her.
Well, her boob fell out. Well, her fake boob fell out in the ring.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she was wrestling, and she picked up this dude. I think it was a dude, and it was one of the pay-per-view specials. It was a big one, big match. She lifts him up, and all of a sudden, there's poof, and it just pops out, and then there's blood all over the ring, and then she never wrestled ever after that.
That was probably done with wrestling by then, or just out on. Because I remember she was with Eddie Guerrero for a while.
Yeah.
Was that during that time?
I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Towards her way
Yeah,
out.
I was about out by then. Like there was just too many. I think the point where I stepped out of my regular wrestling watching was when there was a storyline with Mark Henry and Mae Young. Is that her name? And
Oh, yeah.
and they were apparently having some sort of affair.
It took me a second. Yeah. haven't heard that.
Was it
name.
Mark Anthony, the eighth wonder, or not the eighth wonder? He was the strongest man in the world.
Andre the Giant?
No, Mark Anthony. He and her were hooked up or something. I don't know. Anyway, at a certain point, she got pregnant, and then delivered a hand. Exactly. It was like, what the fuck?
I remember
this was so disappointing.
It's bothering me because I remember
Was
this.
just a hand came out of her?
First of all, it was a stupid storyline to begin with. That this like 20-something-year-old.
So somebody was like,
to
got
get
it chopped off somehow and
so
left it in there?
It was like an 70 or 80-year-old woman with a 20, 30-year-old big black guy. Big guy.
Oh,
And-
she was like 90 years old, right?
Yeah.
I
And-
remember this.
and,
And she gave birth to a hand?
Yeah.
An
And
80-year-old woman.
well, it was all bullshit,
Yeah.
right? But at this point, I'm like, this is so fucking stupid and insulting. Because some of the stories were pretty cool. Some of them were pushing the line. When they got all superstitious hocus pocus with the Undertaker, it's something that really jumped the shark a lot of times with his undeadness. But a lot of the other stuff was pretty cool. Like when Steve Austin would drive a truck in or put cement into the Corvette or whatever. That was cool. But
that was pretty cool.
should rein things in here real quick and say we're doing a show.
Goodbye, gray sky, hello, blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are not being free. These days are
Because we're probably going to talk more about wrestling. It sounds like a good thing to talk
All
about.
right.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we talk about. Because I don't know. We're out of control.
never
We've never done the show at 8 in the night before.
It's
is
late
crazy.
night. Anything could happen.
Yep.
Well, hello, welcome to Late Night.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the
Hi.
MAWPCAST 1 radio program.
Yeah.
We're your hosts.
Yes.
I'm Potter.
I'm Chris.
And it's nighttime, and I'm Ashley.
Yep. Ashley at night.
And we keep saying it's nighttime because it's nighttime.
It's
We're
nighttime.
usually
Oh, I even
recording.
had another idea I didn't do. I was going to play little Stone Cold music and go, oh my God, that's Ashley Marie's music.
Where's my beer can?
Yep.
Did it?
Stone Cold was on the Pat McAfee show a couple weeks ago, and him and Pat McAfee got along very well. They're a couple good old boys, and they just shot the shit, and it was pretty fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Stone Cold was a good personality. The Rock is a good personality. Like they're very charismatic
I like
and
The
entertaining
Rock.
people.
He was
Like,
awesome.
they're
So he had that
really
look, though.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
he had a lot more going for than the look. Like so, he was really.
Of course, I never watched it a lot, but I guess he was a chef. The Rock.
No.
He's talked about cooking something all the
No,
time.
he did talk about cooking a lot.
He wasn't a chef.
Nope, that's pretty good, Chris.
Oh,
That's
see.
It's like you're doing material, and
No, I know.
Did you really?
so yeah. The Rock had some good moments, man.
She doesn't believe me. She thinks I really didn't know. That's awesome.
I don't know.
I see a beautiful Telecaster over there now instead of a Les Paul.
Yeah, he came in yesterday and took the one guitar, and then today he came and pulled that one out of a pile of rubble over there.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a great. Tellies are great.
Sorry to change it so fast, but
Everybody out there is wondering, what are they talking about?
That's all right.
did you show him the Bernie Sanders whipped cream?
I saw that.
You saw
Did you
that?
see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Did he
hilarious.
show you the one that I sent him? The Star
With
Wars
the-
one?
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
a good one.
I'll find
Yeah.
it, pick it up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of weird ones. Though.
Yeah.
Those Bernie Sanders memes have been pretty
They're
good,
pretty
man.
funny.
They
Did you
really
see
took
what
the
he
world
did?
by storm. Yes, sold them on shirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty clever. Yep, he's resourceful.
I almost called somebody out on Facebook because they're using a laser cutter to do Bernie Sanders keychains. He
Uh-huh.
was selling them on Facebook and stuff. I almost called him out and saying, "Hey, are you donating any of that?
Yeah.
You know, come on, go with it."
Well, I mean, a lot of people capitalized in it. You said little old ladies knitting little Bernies on
That's true.
things. And
Oh
so,
yeah.
And,
And I
People
guess
have to make
the
money.
lady that makes those mittens is now making more mittens because she was going to stop, but she actually started making more.
yeah, that lady's making bank right now. A lot of
Yeah.
people made out like bandits in the wake of the new administration, and the second impeachment. Our former president is now impeached a second time. It was not convicted yet, but has been
Yeah.
impeached a second time. I mean,
Yep.
one,
And they brought
one
the
is too many.
papers to the courts today.
Yeah.
So now it's doing whatever they need to do. And they just need to do it because if they don't do it this time, I have a feeling that it's going to set an example that, oh, we could get away with this a lot.
Yeah, we can all run amok.
Yeah.
Chaos and anarchy.
That's funny.
He's showing a little picture of the Bernie Sanders being projected by R2D2 in front of Obi-Wan. For those listening. We're picking up lots of new listeners lately. Hello, everyone who's new.
Hi.
And
Oh, awesome.
viewers on YouTube. We're getting our YouTube stuff up. Numbers a little bit.
Very
It's
cool.
Going slow, but yeah, and then we're taking the world by storm. Really.
Nice.
I mean, well, that's kind of being hyperbolic. It's a little bit of an
That's a
exaggeration.
fun way of saying it. Let's
Yeah.
just go with it.
Well, it's
Well,
only
we're
gonna get
taking
better
the
for
world
late
by
night.
a
Yep.
micro blizzard, spotty here and there.
Checking out some of our analytics here, like
Let's go.
here in Thailand, our
Wow.
one download was from Bangkok. But you can
From
like,
Bangkok?
Yep,
All
Bangkok. Thailand.
right, Bangkok.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, we have a few in China, but they're not telling us exactly where in China.
Oh, they're
There's
not
just-
going to tell us.
No, same with Russia.
Well, they're probably hiding. It's probably underground or something like that.
In Japan, we got 3 from Tokyo,
All right.
And-
Hi, Tokyo.
Nice.
1 from somewhere else. I'm not sure.
Hi,
where.
somewhere else.
Yeah, because there's weird things because they don't all show up. Not all
Yeah.
of these show up, that's a suspicious thing, and I'm also a little
Where's that?
cautious about. This is France, but sometimes
France is hiding out. Where we can see that there's something there, but we can't tell exactly where. So,
Well,
Yeah. Here's Germany,
all right, Germany,
Lower Saxony,
Lower Saxony.
yeah, and
Germany?
the North Rhine.
we're not doing
all
anything
right.
illegal, so the
No, they're good.
unidentified
They're good.
ones,
Yeah,
I think we're good.
We're not encouraging nobody to do no dumb shit, other than listen to music.
And
some,
maybe smoke weed a little bit.
No, we ain't encouraging that. We're just doing it.
got someone from London, someone from
That's true.
Southeast, Britain.
All right.
Yeah. They're not telling us anything about the Ireland, but we have a fan in Ireland.
All right.
There's we have Belgium, our fan in Belgium, who's in the capital, Brussels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brussels.
Yeah.
Hey.
And over here in the U.S., we're predominantly popular on the West Coast with
All right,
a
we're
lot
West
of-
Coast. Hi, West Coast.
Yeah.
California and Oregon.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Battery's running
Oh,
low.
God, plug it in. Plug it in.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
So we get a good amount of people from Florida,
Anybody from
Florida.
Michigan?
Hi, Florida.
Michigan. Yeah, we got 9 downloads from
All
Michigan.
right. Now,
This is
better
crazy.
be my cousin.
Yeah.
Are we really? We're all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's like 204
Yeah, so all those
downloads from
little-
Ohio.
Thanks,
There's
guys.
like
Wow.
195 from Virginia. We got 89 from New York. There's a few from
Hi.
Maine. Some 13 from Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
25 from Maryland. Yeah, it's like over 100 from Florida.
Florida, all right.
Yep.
Texas.
28 in Texas. Got a few in Arkansas, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Nevada, and then several hundred from California.
California.
Yeah, California's almost as much as Washington.
All right.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And these are just downloads. They're
Oh,
not.
wait, there's Alaska too, right?
Yeah, it's included. There's none directly from Alaska.
Right.
I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
see, it's gray. Hawaii, we got a few.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
Hawaii might be Bernita.
Could be. We know a couple of people probably.
Yeah, and that's just the downloads. That's not the our overall listens, because I can't track the listens of things. I can just listen to it all day long, and you would never know. And then the views on
Very
YouTube.
cool.
Our YouTube's very modest. We don't get a ton of attention on YouTube, but there are people, I'm sure, who are exclusively listening to us through YouTube also. So through all the platforms, we've got a decent audience building up over this course of time, and that's pretty neat. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's
Famous
very
worldwide.
exciting.
What?
Famous worldwide.
Yep.
Worldwide.
But nothing in South America or...
According to our,
Okay.
now they might be listening, but according to this map, there are no downloads from the Southern Hemisphere. Well,
At
with the
all.
exclusion of Thailand and
Yeah.
Southeast Asia, China area, but nothing in Africa, nothing in South America, nothing in Australia.
This is just so cool.
Yeah. Well, we're doing something wrong as far as the Southern Hemisphere is concerned. We really need to crack that market because
Wow.
there's a lot of untapped ears down there. I mean, not that I'm completely content. We haven't saturated even the U.S. yet, but someday we'll be like Howard Stern or
I
Joe
don't know,
Rogan.
man. Hey, that's a lot.
It's
It's something. It's
hey,
a start.
we've been working at this for a long time. We've put
That's
up,
true.
we're nothing fancy. We are. We don't propose to be anything else. We just do this
Right.
little show. We play music from this area, and speaking of which, we should probably do that because that's what we do. We play music from this area, the Greater Tacoma region.
Well, I liked that
Yeah, let's start out with
portion
some
of the
music.
Yeah,
show. I
me
liked
too,
it.
actually.
Yeah, very exciting.
So let's hear some things. How about
Songs, late night
Yeah.
songs.
late night songs?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy tonight, people. You just watch out.
Yeah. Let's reflect, I recollect a time where I was more than sex, but next select the section on the left, detect a bigger picture. Because I figure yet again, the men that send these hateful texts expect a wreck, no resurrection left for them to check. I am alive, but I despise the lies that try to pry the way inside my life. The countless times I fucking tried to see my rhyme turn into reason, but my mind is fucking leaving. And these friends I caught us leaving, and it's lucky they still breathing. Fade out. Yo, I ain't trying to fuck with you. Fade out. So now I gotta aim at you. Fade out. Cause now I'm fucking mad at you. Fade out. Now I'ma pop off my gat at you. Fade out. No, I ain't trying to fuck with you. Fade out. So now I gotta aim at you. Fade out. Cause now I'm fucking mad at you. Fade out. Now I'ma pop off my gat at you. Let me catch you in the streets. I'ma cap you with my heat and get your bitch up in my sheets. If you out of vodka, you and me could be the best fucking friends the world has ever seen. And never will a nigga lift a fucking finger less and put a trigger on this nigga's dog. Let a nigga know that if he try to game at you, I'll put a Glock and pop a couple shots and body niggas left to right. My aim is hotter than this fucking song. These dudes be mad cause I game them. No wonder they girlfriends they staying in. Ain't even fucking them brainless. Hitting them up with the same shit. She outro like a bad flick. Ain't giving a fuck that she through with it. Now I got her living fucking lit. I said all of my niggas be running around. Running around. Running around. Running around. I said all of my niggas be running around. Shooting your town. Running around. Hey. Be running, be running, be running. Rolling deep, rolling deep, rolling deep. Fade out, fade out. I ain't trying to fuck with you. Fade out, fade out. Now I gotta aim at you. Fade out, fade out. Now I'm fucking mad at you. Fade out, fade out. I pop my gat at you. Fade out, fade out. I ain't trying to fuck with you. Fade out, fade out. Now I gotta aim at you. Fade out, fade out. Now I'm fucking mad at you. Fade out, fade out. I pop my gat at you.
small pack, and we won't look back. Oh no, we've only got one chance, so let's make it last for as long as we can. We're not gonna run out of time this time. We're not gonna run out of time this time. The whole world will be water soon, but you've got me and I've got you. And all the things I could ever need are right here in front of me. I'll take my guitar, no matter where we are, I'll sing to you. We've only got one chance, so let's make it last for as long as we can. We're not gonna run out of time this time. We're not gonna run out of time this time. We're not gonna run, no. We're not gonna run, no. We're not gonna run out of time this time.
Talk to you on the telephone. She lives at least 3,000 miles
We're back. We heard a bunch of songs.
Yes.
We just
did.
heard some Seaweed. We heard
Seaweed.
Clean Slate by Seaweed.
Yeah.
We heard Hampton by Kristen Marlowe. We heard Sin Circus.
Unger Boys.
Sin Circus.
And
Yep.
then, started it off with Fade Out. Fade Out by 10 Mag.
Nice.
10 Mag,
Good lineup, Potter.
Thanks.
Right.
I had 2 weeks to get at least 4 songs right in a row.
All right.
It's the least I could do. The next 4 is going to be hit and miss. Actually, no, I think the next 4 is pretty good, too.
Oh,
It's the 4 after that we're not sure of. No guarantees. There's never any guarantees, but you know what? It's all subjective anyway. So many things in life are subjective. Humor subjective, like art is subjective. Apparently, ethics are subjective these days.
Yeah.
Morals subjective. I don't care. Fuck it. It's anarchy.
I
Just be
agree.
a nice person, okay?
Doesn't hurt.
You know? Yeah, I know. I was messing with my microphone.
You can do whatever you want, Ashley.
You know? Just be a nice person. That's my advice.
Well, have you guys seen WandaVision?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Chris
three-
doesn't care for it.
All 3 episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw all 3, yeah. And at first, I was kind of skeptical.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, is this going to be how the whole thing is? And it kind of is. But it's getting better.
Yeah.
Because to me, I just couldn't. The whole comedy aspect of it, and the sitcom aspect of it, and Vision acting the way he is and stuff, it's just weird. Because to me, that's not how superheroes act and shit like that. But you never know. I mean, I guess, when they're not being superheroes, maybe that's what they do and how they act. So I don't know.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
love it.
I don't think they're acting. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
No.
Anything?
That's
Just
it.
said she loved it.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I was cutting her off because I'm prone to just
No.
plow over you
That
guys
was it.
when
I
talking.
love it.
I don't think that they're acting naturally. I don't think that this is how they would behave if they were like. So I'll give you, for instance, is that when in the movie Endgame,
Uh-huh.
we pick up with them, right? Was it Endgame where we find them, or was it in the Infinity War? It was Endgame. Yeah.
It was Endgame,
Yeah, when they were banging in that room in like Holland or something, and then like Proxima Midnight and whatever his name is come and fuck him up.
Yeah.
They fuck him up, and he's glitching out. That's how they acted naturally. They hung out in bed and banged, like went out to dinner. Like that was them naturally acting. And so what you're seeing now, obviously not natural. Like
Yeah.
you need to take that into consideration like right away. And then you've also probably got some other information.
There's
like,
little clues
yeah.
and hints.
And,
Like-
and that's why I'm giving it more time, because it's obvious that it's just like, I hope it's not like this the entire season, but it's changing little bit by little bit. I mean, before it was all black and white. Now
Yeah.
it's color and
So,
stuff. And,
take another example is of Age of Ultron, the movie Age of Ultron, where we first really encounter Wanda and her brother Pietro, the Quicksilver. She was fucking with people's minds. Like, she would walk up behind them and do this shit,
Yeah.
and then they would fucking go into Fantasyland, right? Like, all of a sudden Captain America is dancing with Peggy Carter in the 40s, and all this other stuff's happening. Is just like... And so that's a possibility of what's happening, is that she's manifesting this like whole thing. Like we've also seen Tony Stark have this barf technology where he can create things from your mind that are real around you. I haven't heard anyone talk about this in any of the stuff I listen to.
there's
yet, but
Stark products in
The little commercials.
there is,
I think
right?
the toaster. Was it the
I think
toaster?
Stark
And,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
and something else said Stark on it. and
So
stuff.
we've seen the barf technology used a couple of times where, like when it was first introduced by Tony Stark, he was talking to his dead parents,
Yeah.
and they showed young Tony Stark talking to his dead parents. So, with the combination of Scarlet Witch's magic powers and this fucking MAWP technology, one of the two or both of those could be making this all a thing. Like, and I don't know, it'll get, I don't want to speculate too much because it's going to get whatever's happening going to be played out. There could be one or more factions vying for it, but like, obviously Sword is there, and Sword is a brand like the other arm of Shield, basically, that in the comics was initially designed to protect space from outside invaders, but Sword in this universe is more to keep a track of people like her and people with magic powers and people with superpowers. So they're outside of this sphere, this bubble, whatever it is, trying to infiltrate it, apparently, because that's what the Monica Rambeau, Geraldine, is. That lady is the young girl from Captain Marvel. And so apparently they're trying to get in and extract Wanda, maybe, or do something. I don't know exactly what they're trying to do, but we hear at one point someone say, "Who's doing this to you, Wanda?" and something breaking in and interfering. So there is that right. Maybe someone else is involved with this also, and she just doesn't want to leave. Like, she's in. She's like, whatever is going on, I've got Vision here, so fuck it. Yeah. Like, this is what I want. And but I don't know. We don't know. We will see. It is pretty interesting.
I
story
like the
so
70s-ness about
it.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, we can't get too attached to anything. She's just gonna.
I know, but I like it.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. I hope that
I'm feisty as late
I hope
night.
that the other things are appealing too, like the upcoming iterations of it as they change, because they're probably going to get in, to the 80s and 90s, other sitcoms. Cool, yeah, they could go, all the way up to like Office type stuff where they're just sitting there being interviewed. That stuff is going on.
That'd be funny. But I think it's going to be really good. There's lots of hints and kind of like, hey, give another episode, one more episode. And then there's going to be something huge. And then it's going to make you want to watch more.
I think it's going to be like surprising. Like, it's going to be, I think it's going to have a really good payoff because they've taken such care with things before. I'm glad they didn't start. They were going to start with this Falcon and Winter Soldier show, which I'm sure would have been good too. But this is much more whimsical. I think it's a good thing to just lay off the brakes a little bit from that.
It's nice for me because I like a lot of the comic book movies and things like that. But it's always kind of the same kind of deal, and it's always high action all the time, and there's never really a break. You really don't get to know the characters outside of
Well, they're superheroes,
action.
not soap operas.
Well, I know, but it's not meant to be a soap
Wrong.
opera.
But they are soap operas.
But heroes have, characteristics about them and, things about them that people probably want to know.
Well.
And I think sometimes they just lack that a little bit. I'm
The-
not saying make a soap opera make me cry.
Well, but that is like the comics under themselves, especially the early Marvel stuff that this is all based off of. They were giving people a more human superhero. Superheroes with flaws and everyday people problems, like Spider-Man, who had girl problems, and he wasn't that popular and stuff like that. And what's wrong, Chris? Is everything okay over
just
there?
making sure. I heard.
Hello.
Check in.
Hello.
All right.
Okay.
It didn't seem like it was plugged in all the way.
I
so I
kinda
plugged
messed
in.
with it
And I was
earlier.
making
I've
sure
been
that it
messing
didn't
with it.
increase the volume crazy. or
Okay.
nothing.
All
We're
right.
good. We're fine.
We'll see.
Carry on.
Oh, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I know
Spider-Man and girl problems.
they made them more human characters, more identifiable to us. So a lot of these people had them. Like in the comics, Tony Stark had a drinking problem, and just all kinds of stuff like this. There's just all kinds of humanity woven through their stories, and but they were also very much soap opera. They were stringing you
It
along.
was guy soap
Right.
opera.
Yeah,
It wasn't,
yeah.
You know,
Well, again, wrestling also guy soap opera. It's a similar
I
thing.
hate
That-
I liked wrestling.
wrestling. I never got into wrestling or nothing like that.
so
I loved the
it-
soap opera.
it's more difficult to just read the overarching stories when you just start looking at wrestling from over here. And I get like how casual, like with a lot of sports, because just the sport aspect of it is like it's just if you're just looking at sports, I'm not really into that. Like I'm not into we're not into most sports, generally speaking.
Right.
I can be, but I can also then, because I have been and studied them, I can get into it. Like I can see why like boxing appeals to someone, for instance. Like, and if you were to just lay all preconceived notions and all your feelings aside and just analyze this thing, you could probably say, "Oh yeah, fucking boxing." I get it, because it's both a primal thing and it's a chess match at the same time, and both those things. Then so you got intellectual and then the base, and then meet somewhere in the middle. There's a lot of like amazingness about boxing, but you know, people get punched in the head too much and then they get brain damage, and then that's the bottom line is that people we just don't need to be punching dudes in the head. They just don't need to be making a living getting punched in the head. You know what? They will, but they don't need to.
Oh yeah, that would go on forever.
Yeah.
I do like Rocky though.
That's what I was gonna say. Tighten up your damn mic stand.
Love Rocky.
Jeez, you're fiddling with that more than anything.
Look, we're just fiddling with things tonight. It's late night.
Rocky was amazing.
Rocky was the best. One of my favorite movies of all time. All of them, but especially Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Yep.
That's where he ended communism.
It was very emotional in one.
Yep.
And there was a lot. That was like 3 movies in one movie.
That wasn't my favorite. I did see it in the theater, though.
Oh, I would have loved that. I would have kept my movie ticket.
Well, I probably kept a lot of things for a long time, but then, you know.
Yeah, it's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started putting things in binders now. So I got little like folder separators or like paper holder kind of things. And I've just been putting all my stuff in it. It seems to... A lot of my boxes are gone, so I think it helped a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to live in a little RV or something like that, so we need to, you know, cut things down. It happens.
You know, you do, but like, you know, stuff, man. Like, I am a minimalist, but my God, like you know, like you know,
want stuff.
if you open a box of crackers, all of a sudden you fucking are overwhelmed in
Right.
an RV. It's like, oh my God, there's so many crackers everywhere.
We would definitely still be keeping a garage or a storage unit of some kind. For, on top of that. But I also want one of those really nice, like, big ones.
Yeah.
I'm not going to settle on it. It's going to take me a really, really, really long time to get there, but I'll get there.
It might not take that long.
Who knows?
Nope, we don't know. Maybe we should play more songs.
Song time.
Let's do that.
'Cause,
I need to find the water that I had. I brought in.
Oh.
Kind of lost.
Well, I drank all the whiskey and the wine is gone too. So now I'll move on to the beer. But I must fear when we're up through here that the last drop will bring me to tear. So drink, 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 motherfuckers, drink. Drink all the booze you can see.
got no use for eating, for it kills the buzz. So it's liquids for dinner again. So now I will begin to define myself and sin before I realize I'll never win. So drink, 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 motherfuckers, drink. Drink all the booze you can see. Drink till you're blind and your friends are mine, and this fucked up shit will look to find. And so we drink, 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 motherfuckers, drink. Drink all the booze you can see. Drink till you're blind and your friends are mine, and this fucked up shit will look to find. Hey!
Was the boy where I stack my chips. The notorious Southside home of them hilltop creeps. Take a walk through my city, but you might get dragged down. The homies rolling on 19 with the blue flags out. Sex, murder, and mayhem. Big wheels and fly whips. Dead ends with dead bodies, with hoes working the strip. Those that be tagging and flossing don't come around often. Those that talk and get measured for the talking. We ain't living for the homie, don't play that shit. We got itchy trigger fingers, let the AKs around here. We can straight mash for the trigger. So move. Like Mr. Gold and Bigger. The little locals will do you for a little bit of nothing. We hungry out here, living on chicken and shit. So when you come to the top, better respect them. They can't slack when they try to get their hands to that.
Cause I'm from Hilltop, Hilltop. I look out for the 2 months, 3 that got shit online, online. We don't back down for nothing, so when the phone fire.
Young killers off that bop on your rooftop, laying that seats in our gas and drive. You don't want it with the hilltop, so proceed with caution. The smell of the shop will bake your nauseous. The sight of dead bodies will make you vomit. And at the age of 13, little loafers out here walking. Blue rags in their left pocket, blue strings in their chuck. Personal murder plot serving cream to the cups. All about they better with 9 Z's in their necks. With riders on the lookout, and that's what's up. This is the hood that they warned you about. Where rims get stole, cars get jacked, and out-of-towners get bound cold. The hood where they get wet and throw darts at popo. Get dissed out and broke acres of that limestone. Where my ninjas roll SUVs on Deuce Road. TVs in the headrest with Lambo days. With old schools with drop tops, even though it always rains. From rubber cars to 6-4 balls and Dana.
Cause I'm from Hilltop, Hilltop. I look out for the 2 months, 3 that got shit online, online. We don't back down for nothing, so when the phone fire.
Young Clown and Lou. Back when the Cuban rolled around, hella DM had the best work moving on these D-Town streets. When the blocks they flooded, never had a drought streets. When cats rolled trues and Vogues, but no G's. Before the cameras and snitches, alley cats and one pieces. There was hilltop killers, beans and dope killers. When OG3 was HTB. When the OGs from Lakewood claimed HTC. When we mounted up and hit the streets 200 deep. When the Park Rangers had a shootout with cats from Ashlee. When the Ashlees connected with them hilltop niggas. Had a shootout and chased out them Cali niggas. When Slick was still moving and the well was still around. And the 2x3 was 206 and called through the sound.
Cause I'm from hilltop. And look out for the 2x3 that got shit online. We don't back down for nothing, so when the phone line.
Young killers off that bop on your rooftop, ready to rock, banging that seats in our gas drop. Yeah, this one's for my regulars, man. My dudes who kept it 100 from day one. You know, there's a lot of Pepsi new generation dudes out here putting black eyes in the game, making their mouths sound like airplanes till it's time to fly. Get your weight up, baby. Southside.
My sister writes poems about being alone in the afterlife, laying on her side in her bed with a journal and a fountain pen. She writes and cries out for me, but I'm sound asleep. I don't mind things that she might. When her husband died, she left all her joy in a pine box, laid it aside. So she spends her days looking where he once lay, to mourn her lover gone. She leaves the house to wander back down to the creek where he held her hand, and swears that she feels him wrapping around her and singing to her once again.
There, perfect.
Fingers in every pie. Your thumb is sticking out, and I stuck it in
We're back, everybody. We're just
There's
had.
no camera.
Oh, there's no camera. You're right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We're not back yet.
Thanks for reminding me.
Don't listen to him. We're not back yet.
Yeah, we got to keep this part in the show though, because it's a good clip.
He says we're back, but we're not back. Don't listen to him.
No, we're back. We're back. See?
Oh, okay.
Chris is starting a fire.
Don't.
over
You're starting
here.
another fire. Dude, we just put a fire out.
This will be quick. You already know what this is all about. Let's clean my screen.
Oh.
It's
You could've
quick.
just had-
It's
you
quick.
could've just had
It's
a
already
ball.
over with. Yeah, the screen's pretty hot, but that's all right. Pick it up now.
Yep, this is what happens behind the scenes, folks.
We had tons of great stories behind the scenes too. I kind of
Yeah.
regret telling them all because I'm not going to tell them again. We heard Black Widow's Kiss by Moon Age just now. That's
That
what
was
we
my favorite.
Just heard. Before that, we
I liked
heard,
them all, though.
Yeah. We heard Falling In by Knock Need. We heard Hilltop by Mr. D.O.G. And we heard Ode to an Alcoholic by Stoned Evergreen Travelers.
Nice. They were awesome.
And we also heard Chim Chimmery by the Clumsy Lovers.
There's something that I will not say. Okay, I'll say it. I have not seen that.
The Mary Poppins.
I think I have, but
Well, you
I
saw
have.
Return of Mary Poppins because we watched.
She must have been completely lost. I
but you know, I
Kind
don't
of,
remember
yeah. She was
everything.
lost.
don't remember everything either.
Yeah.
I'm listening to these podcasts that are talking about them. They're watching the new iteration of The Stand that's on CBS All Access. I'm not watching it. I don't have any interest in watching it, but I'll listen to these people talk about it because the
Right.
story was all right. I watched the 1994 miniseries, and the miniseries was all right. I'm surprised how much I remembered of the book in the first place. Hang on a minute, Chris.
We're watching a show about glass blowing.
Glass blowing. What show is this?
What's it called, babe?
What?
The glass blowing show we're watching.
Oh yeah. It's on Netflix, and it's basically just a competition of glass blowers. They blow all sorts of different stuff, and it's cool. It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just given like, make a centerpiece that isn't too tall and that doesn't take up a lot of room, that could also be used as a cup
That's great.
or a plate. Or
And
something.
you got 3 hours. Go.
Yeah, 3 hours.
And it's literally that. Go.
Yeah.
Here.
But it's really cool to watch.
That's
It's-
interesting. A lot of things can seem very boring.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what the heck's going on over there?
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
I got to fix my fire. I need fire.
Oh, the fire is out.
Yeah, it's like somebody.
Well, it's because Chris decided to start a fire, so that fire said, well, apparently you don't need me anymore.
Yeah, it felt like I threatened it.
Yeah. You broke its heart, babe.
Or was it? Oh, there it is. No, it's just like switch screens or something.
Said that the computer was restarted because of a problem. I don't even know what's going on. In case you're listening at home, is like, what the fuck are these people even talking about?
Yeah, you can't have no problem.
There's
damn
a fire in here, but it's not real.
Yeah, my fireplace went out,
No.
and I needed to restart it.
I should send you the if I still have it or have the connection. It's the Yule log, but it's Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. One.
It's
I
just
like
Darth-
that one.
Yeah. Okay, so everything's back to normal. What are we talking about?
Glass
matter?
blowing.
Some things can seem very boring. Like just initially, you're just like, I don't really care to know about this. But then if you like get into the craft, you're like, you can appreciate that it's.
Yeah.
Oh, this is neat. Like I didn't think much of glass blowing until I got to know a glass blower, and then got a couple of different ones over the years, even, and then saw some of the cool stuff they do. And-
That's what I thought about curling. The first time you mentioned it, how awesome it was, I was like, curling, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I actually watched it, and I was like, eh. And then I actually started watching competitions of it, and I was like, oh yeah, there's actually fucking some pretty cool skill to this shit.
It's not only is it a sport and a competition, but it's relaxing. It's like not like a lot of things that are super stressful and like if you're very invested.
Stressful, but for a very quick second, then
Yeah. But most of it is just really calm.
this way.
Little knocks. Oh yeah. And then the combos when they hit several and then they all spread apart. It's just beautiful. That's great. Like those people who are doing that fucking physics in their brain who are sitting there. All right, mate. If you get this and then you hit this, okay, then you hit it right here, square, and then poof, and then they do it, knock that shit, and then they all go flying out of the fucking square. It's amazing.
I'm really lost now.
It's just knocking those little fucking blocks around.
Well, it's like when you get the stone and you slide it on the ice, and then they use the brooms and they sweep it.
I know. How did this all happen?
We were talking about different things. Craft and skill, and how he at a certain point he didn't when I was introducing him to curling, he didn't appreciate it, but after a while he grew to appreciate it.
That's where I got lost because I was like, wait, what's curling again?
Well, this is
You gotta follow along, Ashley.
Honestly, this is part of the nightmare of me doing the show is that I just go off on these tangents. You'll say something and it'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll be talking about the thing you're talking about, but then I'll just also talk about something else and then forget where the original thing was, and then we'll end up talking about Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we always end up talking about Star Wars in the end.
It's easy to do.
Well, it's late night.
Yeah, it is. This is it's late night MAWPCAST.
Yeah.
We don't usually do it late night.
Yeah, I know it's weird.
The people who are listening,
But
they
it's
don't know.
almost the same because I mean there's no windows anyway.
No,
Yeah.
no. You
But,
feel
but
it
it's
in
just
the
us
air.
knowing, and I think it's
You
the
feel
fact
it.
that we've been awake a lot longer because usually we're doing this and it's like I've been awake for like maybe an hour or two,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'm doing it and stuff. Now I've been awake all day long and stuff, and
We at least hit it when I'm awake enough. Like,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't be able to do it if we did it any earlier. Like, it's right at the time where I'm awake. And right now we're getting at the end of that time where I'm awake. We're like right there in the window.
So teetering into the
Yeah.
the
It's
sluggish
almost
slow.
sleepy by time.
Mm-hmm. We got to get through these segments though. So it's
And then
not-
when he
so-
smokes that
so
bowl,
sleep
that's
yet.
just gonna knock him out right
Is
there.
it? Oh, damn it.
It's gonna do him some
It's
good.
gonna be a knocker.
Oh yeah. I'm going to take this bong hit for whoever out there that is in a country or in a state that can't smoke pot. This one's free.
What a horrible place that must be.
Yeah, this is just, this is what we do. We can't go outside and go do this, really, but,
And you actually can. Like, you can just walk down the street just smoking tough these days. It doesn't
Smoke
even...
joints.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
I don't know. I get way nervous.
not everywhere all the time, but like it's so much more relaxed. It's like this: these people walk around with these machine things, those little
Vapes.
Oh, those are cigarettes, though. Those big ones.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. And whether they're in their car or walking down the road, like there's at least 50% of them are not tobacco, nicotine-based products. These are like
agree
yeah,
there.
like because
More than 50% are not tobacco.
look at the way it's like, oh, I can get away with just getting fucking loaded right here in public, fucking A, woo, and they'll do it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in my
I
car,
mean- I snuck one into Leonard Skinner once.
How many times have you put alcohol in a totally different container and so you could drink when we're just hanging out?
You're asking me.
Oh, see that guilty look on her face? Same thing.
Yeah. Like I said, I already admitted
I
to
know.
Leonard Skinner. Yeah. I mean, I passed that bad boy around everywhere. I mean, this is way, 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 way before COVID, guys, okay? This is like when it was like kind of okay to still like pass germs.
Yeah, in my heyday of concert going, getting things into concerts was an art, and
Yeah.
and it is, you have to. What are you up? I mean, you got to like you go in there to see a band, and you're going to be there for hours, and you're going to need a joint somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You can't rely on that joint
Because
getting
you're
past
gonna
you from
be
somewhere else.
completely sober by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Even after
Or-
all the shots you
Or
took.
by the time that opening or the headlining band starts, by the time the headlining band starts, you want to light up a joint. That's what
Right.
you want to do, or something like that. You know, you want to take a shot. Like you want to get a little boost, just because
So watch it. You're ready.
by the time
Ramped up.
by the time the headlining band starts, it's already been a long night, right?
yeah.
And so
I am the worst. I do like to go a little bit earlier sometimes.
Yeah, she pre-funks.
I pre-funk.
She's the queen of pre-funk.
I pre-funk.
yeah, it comes. It's part of age, and you know, like you eventually grow out of certain things, or just do them in a manageable way that it's for you. Whatever, you might always do it, but it might change how or to what degree. You know, how hard you party or how early you go.
We
or
saw
something.
Breaking Benjamin, and I was pretty sober. We've seen lots of things when I've been sober. But I do like to party. I will say. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with seeing bands sober either. I'm not trying to say that that's
No.
the only way to go. I'm just saying if you are someone who's partying, those are the moments where you would really like to have those. But yeah, you know,
No
the-
matter
the-
how you celebrate it, it's
they have
your
nothing
way.
like realistically. Those things don't have anything to do with the other. They just happen to complement each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can, unless you're a drug addict,
Yeah.
then maybe
That's
not so
different,
much.
yeah. That's different.
Well, that took that road.
No, I wanted to let it kill the show. I thought it was great. I was like, oh, this is happening. Let it
Yeah,
die. The
that
show's
just,
dead
like,
now.
died.
Little
Yeah.
No, it's not. We will revive it.
We need CPR.
No, we've been pretty good about not letting lulls happen. Not that matters, but when it does happen, I like to let it happen. It's like,
Yeah.
it's natural. It's naturally happened. Killed the show.
Yeah, those kinds of
that's fine.
It went down a dark road pretty quick. I guess somewhere in there it just ended up happening.
You know, sometimes we do talk about more serious issues because we'll talk about whatever. You know, like in the break where we covered all kinds of stuff. We also talked about this incident that happened up the road over the week where these street punk drifter
street
guys
racers.
were doing donuts in the road, and then the cops showed up and then ran fucking people over. Just ran them over.
Yeah.
Now, that's the gist of it. That's what happened. You
Well,
can
from what I
not
saw,
right.
it looked like they were surrounding
Whatever
him.
happened.
He pulled up, and they just swarmed him.
It looked like something like that. I don't know
And
all
then-
the
and
details.
Then it looked like he just took
Yeah,
off.
I
and stuff.
did not.
So I don't know if he was just scared or if he was
Yeah.
pissed off. I know that he was getting ready to retire, so I mean I don't know if he was scared for his life, saying, no, I ain't dying 30 days before I retire type scenario. Or
Yeah.
but I mean I would be scared
I
being the only cop going in all those people. I mean there was a lot of fucking people.
now I don't
there.
know that he was the only cop present, and I don't know all the details to it. I did not watch him run anyone over. I did not watch that video because I don't want to see that. It's a bit triggering
Yeah.
for
Well,
me
they
having
don't like
known someone
you don't like
who was
see
run
it,
over.
him actually
Yeah.
running under a car. They see him going, but the camera footage all over the place and shit. So
Yeah. Yeah, in no way would I defend anyone running anyone over under any circumstances,
Oh, yeah.
but I do also understand that that person could very easily be scared in this climate, in this environment, in the times that we live in, where cops are getting fucked up all the time and pushed
Right.
to the limit. Like, yeah, it's like it, and a lot of people simply do not understand or accept that those are people and they are trying to do a job that is extremely difficult under in a really difficult time to be in that position. So I understand also how people can have a deep-seated hatred for the police and have personal issues with them as individuals or a group.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, and I also understand that we live in a society where there needs to be some tolerance and compromises, not for police brutality or them crossing the line, but like the process of reform. There needs to be some patience with that because they do need a lot of reform, a lot of change needs to be like,
I mean, obviously, what's going on isn't working.
yeah.
So I mean, obviously, it needs to be figured out.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't propose to have any all or a lot of answers, like especially right off the bat. But, escalating the tensions aren't the answer. Like being more upset and more outraged and more angry isn't the answer. Like de-escalation, that's the answer. Calm the fuck down. Calm down. Be more mellow. Smoke a little weed.
Just be a good person.
And be the best you can be. Do the best you can. Try not to throw bricks at buildings through the windows. Try not to do that. You don't need to make that Molotov cocktail.
No matter what.
You don't need to make the Molotov cocktail. You can just do something else with your time. Watch Back to the Future or something like that. Lord of the Rings, if you like Lord of the Rings, a trilogy of movies. If you're feeling like storming the White House or making a pipe bomb, just go watch a good trilogy, the Star Wars trilogy.
Keep yourself busy.
Yeah. Maybe
not the first one. That'll piss you off.
The original trilogy. Yeah. There's things you can do that will just take your mind off of things that are like, you got like baseball cards. Sort through your baseball cards.
Yeah.
Records. Sort through your records. Organize your records. You need something to do. Have you ever tried whittling? It's a blast. You try whittling. Make little soap carvings. Do that. Don't cut yourself. Be careful. Just a harmonica. Take up harmonica. Learn to play harmonica. That's you want to go for an instrument, all of a sudden you're in a band.
Can you breathe? You can play harmonica.
Exactly. And if you can't breathe, maybe not your thing.
Breathe out.
Yeah.
Play harmonica.
Yeah. The world needs more harmonica players.
Yeah.
How many bands do you see with harmonica players in them? Not very many. You know why? Because it's a dying art. But if you took up the harmonica player, you'd be like the guy. You'd be the dude. Like, I know a guy who plays harmonica. He's in a band. You know why? Because no one else is playing harmonica. Like
Did Hall & Oates have a harmonica player?
Yeah. What?
Did Hall & Oates have a harmonica player?
I don't think so.
Specific harmonica player, I don't know if they did.
I know I have this guy on my my Facebook that plays harmonica, and he does watercolor stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I like watercolors.
I know, but he's so good.
That which the harmonica player
He's the same guy.
I know, but which is you're saying he's so good? Which is he so good at the painting?
He's an awesome artist, and I was actually gonna have him maybe do some sort of a MAWPCAST.
Oh yeah.
Type thing, because it's abstract art, and it's cool because you can tell what it is, but it doesn't look like a normal object would. But it gives enough of the resemblance of it. And he uses a lot of colors, watercolors and stuff, and it's just really cool.
Sweet.
Watercolors.
Yeah. I'll have to bring up. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Yeah, but it's pretty badass. He plays harp while he'll do some watercoloring, and then he'll play some harp and stuff, and then do some watercoloring, and then he'll play music. And the majority of the time, there's some sort of harp in the music that he's playing and stuff.
Hey. That's interesting. Cool. Also, the harp, another dying instrument.
Oh yeah,
you don't find
harp
those.
Don't
find those around everywhere, though.
No.
No.
Harp it up.
That's right.
Yep. I want to take lessons in the triangle. I've seen solos.
You probably just find YouTube videos that would be cheaper. You do the YouTube, go the YouTube route. Yeah.
Well, I saw this guy that took a drill. And he took this wire and he bent it just a little bit at the end and he stuck it in there and he did a drill and it had the cool little ring from the drill and a little quick at a triangle. It was the coolest solo ever on a triangle. It was pretty awesome.
I bet. Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
That's awesome.
There's never enough triangle solos.
That is pretty awesome.
There's a lot of things that there's never enough of, but they get played out so quickly. Like
that's true.
As soon as something catches on. Like
like those sparkly things. If you push it one way, it's one color, and then you push the other way, it's another color. Okay, I'm getting sick of that shit.
The pan flute, that like you'd see.
The recorder?
No, the thing that the guy from Jethro Tull.
Oh yeah.
That thing, and I think that's what you hear in that. Men at Work, down under. I come from a land. That little. So there's something going on there, some instrument, but it's not, you don't hear it around every day, and he didn't hear it for very long. It was just like for a few years, people were doing this stuff, and flutes, just various flutes,
Maybe one of those oboes.
Yeah, bassoons.
Oboes and bassoons and what about that one? It's got a really super thin reed.
Clarinet.
But it's not a clarinet. It's something different.
Well, I don't know.
But it's similar to that. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Clavinet?
I can't remember.
Or is the clavinet that thing that?
Is it what Squidward plays?
No.
Oh.
Is
it close?
Moto graders are cool too.
Is that the thing that the monkey grinders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of instruments going on here.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool too.
I like music, but I don't know what's going on here.
Name an instrument. Any instrument.
I already did. I said the
Name
recorder.
3 types of beer.
The recorder.
3 types of beer. Okay. A porter, a pilsner, and a Hefeweizen.
See, that's what you're into. That's what you're all about. That's why you get that. I would never be able to do that. I could tell you, name 3 types of beer. Corona, Hefeweizen.
You said Corona.
And,
Corona is its independent type.
I know. See, that's why you don't ask me about beer.
Well, I'm a coffee girl now. So.
Oh yes, coffee.
Sorry about my crack.
Yeah, she was all telling me, yeah, when I first get in there, I do this double shot of just 2 fucking straight shots, fucking espresso, and just, boom, that's her start. And then throughout the day, she'll do a quad, so she'll do one with like 4 shots in it and stuff. She'll come home,
yeah, I used to drink a lot of coffee like that in my 20s, also.
Yeah, and sometimes she'll come home and be talking, and I'll be absorbing the first thing that she was talking about, and she'll be on the 4th thing that she's talking about.
That's not true. Sometimes I don't even drink my coffee. Sadly, it's one of the things about... I don't like to waste, but you'll make a coffee and you really want it and it sounds good, and then you'll make it, and then you get busy and things happen, and then it melts, and then you can't make another one because you already got your shift drink, and you're not going to make another one. So
I get it.
that happens. Or I'll make a drink at the end of my shift, and then I'll put too much of something in there, and it tastes like... It just tastes horrible, That's happened quite a bit. So, yeah.
Catastrophe.
But when I get home and I talk that fast, it's because I haven't seen Christopher all day, so I have all the things to tell him. There's just so many things.
I understand.
Yeah. I tell him about people that came through the drive-thru.
Yes. The drive-thru people. Damn the drive-thru people. Their hang-ups.
Yeah.
Man.
I'd like a double whip caramel macchiato with non-fat soy substitute.
Well, at 140 degrees.
If it's any hotter than that, then I have to send it back.
Yep.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah.
But yeah.
Pretty much.
I already know. But
no, there's some good things that happen through the drive-thru,
There's with any job, there's they can be super fun and lots of neat things can happen, and then there's always, with every job also, there's just nightmare customers. Like last year, I think I rewatched the movie Clerks, which didn't hold up as well.
I like that movie.
It is a good movie, but it's a little dated now. Some of the humor in it.
The jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the general concepts, there's a lot of them that were just just so resonant about, people, customers in stores, and how everyone can be, depending on who you are, what side of the counter you're on when. Yeah, and because clerks can be assholes too.
It can go both ways,
Yeah.
But I try to go in every day with the...
Well, of course you do,
good
because
attitude.
you're a saint. You're a good person.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my goal every day.
I guess we should probably play songs.
Song time.
You think?
All right. let's
I
play
don't.
some
I don't know
songs.
what's been going on. Where we are in the show.
I have no idea. I could take a look at the time, but I think
It-
playing songs couldn't hurt.
It probably won't hurt.
All right.
We can finish the show.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
We're at 1:25.
That's definitely time to play some songs.
Look at you all tears and pearls and first pounds. Take the glitter and go. My good friends, bite your tongue out, so I can't hear the shock. Bite your tongue out. Unnatural influence. That we tend to rely on cause and effect that builds with age. I tried to coerce a tiny bit of ease to jump the grave in balances. They broke my attention, so I glassed the rest in a riot of sun-bashed color. Unnatural influence that we tend to rely on cause and effect that builds with age. The darker it seems to come up first. Blocks of belief to butcher the shadiers. The strength that burns, it twisted the skin. Mark Southern.
It's all rad, all day. Come on. I spit more magic than Wizards of the Coast. Better than most. Pre-present and post. Stay tuned for the sequel that's coming soon. Mouth moves on a stiff body like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. No retreat, no regret. You rappers ain't straight edge, but you're still a minor threat. You probably don't have a grip on me, but I get traction like a boots on Batman when drawn by Jim Lee. I've seen God, and I still slit throat and make mincemeat as if my last name was Tom. I'm a simple-minded person an upright spine. And everything I do has to be in for 4 times. While you get handcuffed for being naughty, get your snot box snotty for running into a couple of slick ricks. Now you're singing Lottie Dottie. The way I rap all day, never got to rhyme on tech and sway, so wake up. While I rap all day, while I rap all day, the way I rap all day, never got to rhyme on tech and sway, so wake up. While I rap all day, while I rap all day. I'm a hip-hop cat, not specific to music genre. 86 myself from the drama. After hitting your mama, damn, this lick is a heater. It's good for you like 8 meters and hot girls in 2-seaters. Most of you rappers need your mouth washed out with soap. Chase it with a little hope, you silly dope. You wanna smash me, go ahead and say I suck. Let's battle, homeboy, I'm pretty dope with some nunchucks. And in every competition I get 2 thumbs up. Don't miss the quote, I'm so hip-hop, word to mother was the first thing that my daughter spoke. I'm so hip-hop that I'm broke. Yeah, I come off a little corny. Not a lot of slang cause I'm white and I'm 40, it's rad. Come on, it's so rad. The way I rap all day, never got to rhyme on tech and sway, so wake up. While I rap all day, while I rap all day, so rad. The way I rap all day, never got to rhyme on tech and sway, so wake up. While I rap all day, while I rap all day, it's so rad. It's so rad.
Yes, there are lonely nights. Ooh, brother, and there are nights that happen. Stranger still, I live in unknown mind. A one that says the nights are better like this while they are still mine. Oh, but these threads are made like such it's a miracle anyone gets out of here alive. I was kicking it in the sun, watching 2 hearts split and you're still talking in circles. Did it really matter when you were higher than the Empire State Building? Was it really all that much fun? But there's just an old growth line of questioning no one minds you're 31, you're so young, but you're nearly done because you don't know that resume life's gotta change. It's a coincidence you got here without seeing me, kicking it in the sun, watching your heart fucked and you're still talking about it. Like there's nothing going wrong.
All right. I think we're back from a set of songs that we just heard. Where did I put my glasses? Somewhere.
They fell.
Did they? Nope, they're under me. I don't know how they got there. Weird place to
Oh
put
no,
them.
we're a mess.
A little bit.
It's late night
it's like
and it's
10
coming
o'clock.
to the end of the show.
That's right. It's 9:45, and we don't usually we're not usually up so late doing this show. We usually do this in the mornings, but today it's night, and tonight we just heard "Dizzy" by Green Apple Quick Step.
Yep.
We heard "The Resume Life."
And the guitarist from Green Apple Quick Step is now the guitarist for Atomic Outlaws.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Do you remember which guitarist? Because there was two in Green Apple Quick Step.
I do not.
Well, okay.
I fucked up.
That's
Man,
okay.
No, you
I should have
didn't.
prepped myself.
You're doing great.
You actually remembered last time, but you forgot this time. At least behind the scenes, you told me once. We heard "The Resume Life" by Coma Figuera. We heard "It's So Rad" by Rappin'
It's
Zach.
so rad.
Yep.
And we heard "Love, Hate, Affair" by X Gods.
Nice.
Yep.
All great.
Yep. It was a spectacular night of music.
It was.
Yeah, it is.
Or day, if you're listening to this in a day, because you don't need to be confined by the restrictions of our time where we are in our life. You're listening to this possibly a year from now.
But
we don't know.
Yeah.
if you watch it at night, you'll feel the late night vibes.
Yeah,
You know
there was
what I
some
mean?
late night vibes.
Yeah. Because there's just that feeling in the air.
I was going to bring the game Sorry and have us play some Sorry while we're doing it.
These are things I've thought of also.
We'll have to do that next.
And we can do like all the stuff. Like definitely these are things that we can do.
You know, I thought the whole video game thing, but the video game thing would probably distract us too much from that.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be
You know,
productive.
with the board game, we can roll, we can be talking, and blah, blah, blah. And
Yep. I agree.
We have lots of things that we're thinking about.
or maybe we get a little Bunsen burner and maybe cook some breakfast.
Make
or
a
something.
fondue pot.
You were
Yeah,
talking
fondue
about that
pot,
too,
maybe
yeah.
some cheese and some crackers and stuff.
I like cheese and crackers. Did you guys watch any of the football this weekend?
No.
No, not even
I
interested.
know that Green Bay won.
No,
No, Green Bay did not win. That's right.
Green Bay got clobbered.
And,
Tom Brady got something.
Tom Brady's back in Super Bowl again.
Yep, he is
There goes
like
Tom Brady again.
the best quarterback of all time, basically. Like he's just like
He switched teams just to prove that he could do it, and he did it.
I mean, Peyton Manning did this also, but Peyton Manning didn't go to the Super Bowl 10 times.
Yeah.
Like and Tom Brady I think has now, and he's won 6 or 7 of them.
That's
Like,
awesome.
yeah, he's really, really, really good. I didn't like him on the Patriots. I didn't like the Patriots. I still don't like the Patriots. I'm
Yeah.
glad that he's
Well,
not on the
Deflategate.
Patriots. You know what? I did not like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ever, but I don't mind them with him on it. And I'm happy to see him leave the other team, go to this team, and have success. It's fine. He can do whatever he wants. He's the best. Like, he'd fuck everyone else.
Well
Like,
said.
it's not like I'm a big fan. I'm still not a fan, but I like him better on that team. And it changed the whole complexion of the league. It was fine. It brought that team who hasn't been doing well for a long, long time into the Super Bowl. And that's fun too. I would have loved to see the Buffalo Bills. I would have loved to see the Browns have done better. I would have loved to see the Seahawks.
Root for them.
Yeah.
They got so close, though. Probably best season they ever had in a long time.
In a long time.
Yeah.
In a very long time.
In the grand scheme of things for the Browns, it is kind of the best season they've ever had. Like, for a lot of reasons. It's not maybe the most success they've ever had. I've never been to the Super Bowl, like, a long, long time ago. I think.
How many years ago?
A long time ago.
But they were being a dominating team. They were kicking ass.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said how many years ago?
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I remember they were in the playoffs, like, in the 90s. I remember the Bernie Kosar era, vaguely.
Right.
But the specifics of it,
Well, let's see.
don't remember. Yeah, we'll
When
look it up
was
here.
the last time
Yeah.
the Browns went to the Super Bowl? And we're not talking about your ass.
The Browns went to 3 NFL championships, nearly dominating the NFL in the 1950s, and won more NFL championships in 1964. The team is yet to appear in a Super Bowl. However, and overall, the team has won 8 championships in the 4 AAFC.
So they never went to the Super Bowl?
Guess not, yeah. Yeah.
That one had to hurt.
Yeah. Well, so this is the best season they've ever had. I mean, they might have went farther. They went to the championship game, but this is the best season they've ever had. This is it.
Well,
I just
maybe next year they're going to make
just for
it.
what it means for them after going 0-16 that year and for it being so lame, so long. This is it. This is because this marks the beginning of like a dynasty where they're going to be because when the Seahawks were turning it around and they got all those rookies and stuff with Russell Wilson, that class 2012, they didn't instantly win. I mean, they did. They went to the playoffs like pretty quickly, but they didn't go all the way to the Super Bowl instantly.
Yeah.
Took them a couple of years. So let this team grow and gel, and they can just be something special, maybe. Or they can just fall apart, and this could just be it. This could be all we get.
No.
Who knows?
No.
I don't know. I'd love to see
I'm
them.
rooting for them to go far.
They've got a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a good team, and they've now got a taste of it. They've seen what they can do, and so they will be more mature. They'll come back more mature and more disciplined and more fucking eager to win. Like this is it, because that's exactly what happens. That's exciting. It's an exciting thing about sports.
Get Potter all pumped up.
We should have talked more about wrestling. You should have stirred us back onto that. But
We kind of.
We touched on it. We could have. We could have just talked the whole
I
show.
I think that was even before the show started.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah, I don't even remember now.
That was before the show started.
Yeah.
Because you handed her that almost immediately.
I think that was. Yeah, it might have been before the show started. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But next time.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
I can...
you weren't here, but Potter handed my girlfriend or my fiance some wrestlers' underwear.
It's Sheamus's underwear.
Sheamus's?
I guess that's the plural of
Yeah.
Sheamus. Plural?
Yeah.
I can't say plural, I guess.
All right.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little chunk of his underwear.
Yeah, and then congratulations to me.
Yeah.
I feel so lucky. Thank you, Potter.
That's from an older set. I don't know. It's from a few years ago. I was because again I was talking about
That's awesome.
potentially buying cards. I did some reviews of cards and was thinking, I could buy a box, and also contemplating on a box of wrestling cards or Star Wars cards. Again, so in all these types of cards you get these days, cards like this, you just go and buy a box of baseball cards
awesome.
or Star Wars or top or whatever it is, wrestling, and they pretty much all like not in your retail stores, but from the card shops, you can get autographs. Now, some packs in your retail, Targets or whatever, or Walmart's, you can find autographs occasionally in those too, but mostly at the card shops is where you go to get the big boxes in which you can find autographs of your favorite stars or people you've never heard of.
That Star Wars cards be?
Less than $100, probably.
Right.
Like, and again, I was thinking of getting a pack just so we could open them here on this thing, and you'd get an autograph, but you might get an autograph of like Greedo, or Mon Mothma, or something whack. Just like you're like
Jar Jar.
My brothers used to collect a lot of cards, and it was Yu-Gi-Oh from wrestling to basketball, and they would go to Federal Way and go to the card shop.
So fun.
And trade, sell, all the things.
That's another thing. Yeah, so much fun in that. Like, and I don't know why. There's so much information in cards. Like just like it's just in any given card. Like, it depends on the brand or whatever, but there's just so much information.
And they're small.
Yeah, it's just a small thing that has so much stuff on it. Like the name, the team, the card itself, the brand of the card, the stats of the guy, a little story about the guy, and picture, and just different stuff. There's lots of stuff.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, and, I can pick up a box of those Star Wars cards if you want to do that.
That'd be cool. Open them up.
I've been very blessed with the stuff I've got. Like, I've just, got amazing stuff. Like sometimes I don't even know what I'm getting. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like, oh wow, that's really cool. I guess because it's worth a few $100s. I didn't even know it was that cool. And there's stuff out there, with like you can get a Princess Leia autograph in some stuff. You can get like Han Solo or Luke Skywalker. It's just those are running.
And those are the ones that are going to be worth money.
It could be, yeah. Yep.
Didn't you get a Star Wars car that had the wrong car in it?
Oh yeah, I got a Hot Wheel. That's it's the card is for the Han Solo, but it's a Luke Skywalker car. Yeah, so
well,
it's
like no,
in the wrong packaging.
The packaging is.
Yeah, the packaging's wrong.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Have you done any research on that?
So then he bought the right packaging too. So we have the wrong packaging and the right packaging.
And those are worth money. I
Yeah.
ain't sure exactly how much, but when I was collecting Hot Wheels in my younger years, that I knew that was always a thing.
Right.
If the package is wrong,
there's just an
because
accident.
if the package is wrong, you don't open it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Don't open it at all if the package is wrong.
Yeah, misprints and stuff like that. Same with baseball cards that are like, if you find a baseball card that's misprinted, those are generally collectible because they're wrong. Yeah. Pokemon cards, same thing, because they will.
There's
often
generally very few.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think we did talk about some of that stuff on the show, but it doesn't matter. You know why? Because this show is over.
Well,
So
Potter's tired.
Potter's
Potter's
tired.
Well, we can go on and on.
It's
if you
a
want.
late night show.
You guys got to drive home, and it's
We
late.
do.
We need
We
to.
gotta stop by a fast food place or something on the way.
All
down.
right.
Or something. No, that always makes a woman happy.
Oh yeah, it does. Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, wanting to stop by the Valley, but I got to stop by there more or less during the day and stuff because they got just a really good. Their burgers are really good and stuff.
They do make great food down there. It's been a while since I've ate there. Also,
Smack yourself in the
No,
mouth.
I almost smacked you in the mouth.
she was done with the show. She's like done with the show. She like threw the mic away.
Well, you
She's
said
like,
fast food. I said, let's get out.
let's fucking end this show already. All right, everybody. So if you've listened this long, then you're our biggest fan, and you should be sure to support us on our various platforms. You could like our YouTube page, subscribe to that, and like videos and watch them and share them. And we've got our podcasts on Spotify, and it's on. I was almost putting it on Amazon Audible, but I didn't do that yet because I don't think it's allowed. I don't think it's allowed on Spotify either. But yeah, Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio and different things. It's all over the place. You can find us. You can listen to us. Download the show. Gives us reviews. Share it with your friends. Support local music. All the links are in the descriptions down below for all the bands that we played and that we're going to play. Find them. Support local music. Buy their stuff. And thank you.
Yes. Always support local music.
Yes.
Ready, to give me away.
break, we bend, we lose a friend, we listen. We compromise, we make up lies and hurt some. We make believe, we smile, we thieve, we wake up. We freeze and burn, we live and learn, yeah, all of us. We improvise, we structure life, we fake it. We celebrate, we curse and hate, oh, we're naked. We're weak, we're tough, we challenge love, we're dreamers. We're cool, we're fly, we ponder God, yeah, all of us. And with every mistake and mess that we make, it's the end of the world as we know. And with every mistake and mess that we make, it's the end of the world as we know.
not starve.
What it do? I'm that bug nasty through her with the piercings and the tattoos. I refuse to settle for anything less than what I know I'm due. Get those wallets out and pay, baby. Fuck you, I'm incredible, tasty, tender, and edible. A magical blend of flavors that you find incomprehensible. I know I look droppable, sticky, sun-kissed, unstoppable. They handle the sublingual, the swallow just got the topical. You pussy nigga.
Take all of my burdens and bind them with the things you hate. Burn off the corners and one until you think you found the right vessel. Take out your mortar and pestle, it's time to grind. Bring the shit up into a paste. Slather it everywhere, don't let any go to waste. You love the feeling, but you'll forever hate the taste. It's a ritual every night, it's habitual, and I can't stop, I can't stop.
Sees it, that cultural context that cause people see G's baby as the cultural conquest that does not feel confident about that continent's content that like I still cannot close my eyes, I still left the conscience that I crawled out of my cocoon, a lovely living little creature, a leopard doctor wasn't soon, but a nation came for a feature, so listen closely. Yo, NTACTGUAYABA, write down my Gmail, get my email if you want me to play. Cause I feel like which midnight march, mariposa de la muerte. That we better cross the threshold to bring the mala suerte. Wait for the night, lock it up tight, take it that image you take from the when you kept it that whole time, but you forgot to leave your windows open. So I floated to each corner of the room, you watch me go a harbinger of doom. You wanna zoom but on the low, cause all you see in me is a Bremolo who still lives at home. But if you knew what I could show you, I just know that you would.
Take all of my burdens and bind them with the things you hate. Burn off the corners and one until you think you found the right vessel. Take out your mortar and pestle, it's time to grind. Bring the shit up into a paste. Lather it everywhere, don't let any go to waste. You love the feeling, but you'll forever hate the taste. It's a ritual every night, it's a ritual that I can't stop, I can't stop.
Don't take pills. 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 Don't take pills.
I got a jaundiced view looking outside of my window. And when I'm running around, it feels like a 70s cop show. And all the long hairs, punks and freaks, they're taking it to the streets in my 70s cop show. My government shit show. It's right from the get-go. I'm working 80 hours, but it feels like a government shutdown. And I want to run away, but it feels like I'm just being put down. And all the long hairs, punks and freaks, taking back the streets in the 70s cop show. My government shit show. It's right from the get-go. Yeah, no, no, no. Come on. Got a jaundiced view looking outside of my window. And when I'm running around, it feels like a 70s cop show. And all the long hairs, punks and freaks, they're hanging with their peeps in the 70s cop show. Government shit show. It's right from the get-go. My 70s cop show. Right from the get-go. Government shit show. Chesney and put down. Government shut down. 70s cop show.
Back in the days before Blood and Crip, there was a little bitty city on top of the hill. Club Tacoma parties in the house, no guns. High performance rapping, man, the town was on. Players at the Bluebirds, Smileys and Browns. They Hilltop Tavern where it used to go down. Remember them JoJo's from Stop and Mark? 15th Street where we started the top. Some went to Stanley, McCarver, or Bryant's. In elementary, we was deep as the Ryans. Remember those parties at People's Park and swimming in the deep end at Wright Park? Free lunch sacks in the summertime. Chilling at McCarver, slapping summertime. Break dance fights over who was the best. The town was together, there was no sex.
We throw it up in the air like this, cause we from Hilltop. We don't blend it, we just win big smoke, we drinking more. We drinking more. My city, it goes down in the 253. Yeah, Hilltop, Cac City, girls pretty. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee.
99-cent tapes, little record mark. Before it was the Fish House, before it was the block. On 19th and K Street, Poochie was the shit. A T-Town legend making underground hits. Shout out to J1 and all the Woolmacks. The Bonds and the boys, rest in peace to Mr. Mac. I used to play those games at Tony's Arcade. To the FBI and DEA, shut down the game. Breakfast at the Waffle House, and if you was connected, you can get a half ounce for cheap, young and reckless. The town was a gumbo pot of all different races. The trade was international from all different places. Used to get the incense down on G Street. Remember the Jamaica stove, Mr. Quickies. Never leave the house without pre-stickies. Ironing up everything, even my money.
We throw it up in the air like this, cause we from Hilltop. We don't blend it, we just win big smoke, we drinking more. We drinking more. My city, it goes down in the 253. Yeah, Hilltop, Cac City, girls pretty. Ooh wee, ooh wee.
I was on the block acting oh so crazy. Back when Mix-a-Lot dropped beepers, baby. Them old school days brought old school pay. I was rocking troop jackets and Louis for days. Tacoma ain't the same, that's a life ago. When we hit Pete's track on the bicycle. Mama used to slap good music a lot. Everybody radio slapping 1250 K-Fox. The Boshi's on 23rd, curls from Mildred. Finger waves filthy, the fit was killing. That old school feeling from back in the days. It's like a breath of fresh air, now back to the trays. Lost a lot of homies to the violence of gangs. Praying for the day that the killing had changed. Rest in peace to Jesse hitting Little Ken low. C-Love homies was some real good lows.
Throw it up in the air like this, cause we from Hilltop. We don't blend it, we just win big smoke, we drinking more. We drinking more. My city, it goes down in the 253. Yeah, Hilltop, Cac City, girls pretty. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. We throw it up in the air like this, cause we from Hilltop. We don't blend it, we just win big smoke, we drinking more. We drinking more. My city, it goes down in the 253. Yeah,